So, it is time, we are back, and it has been long awaited. The prep series is here. I've already filmed episode 1 with Richie at 18 weeks out, but the boy is busy, so that will be out at some point in the next couple of weeks. But the goal for me now is to document the journey from here to stage. The first show is the 4th of July. 3 weeks before that, 2 weeks before that, I have got a shoot in Marbella as well. So I'm going to document the whole journey, the highs, the lows, the whats, the whys, the what I'm learning about myself along the way. And I'm also going to get or swing in some educational bits in here. So you might see that the videos are a little bit all over the place. Some might be vlogs, some might be educational stuff, some might be a mixture of both. So 4 weeks into prep, and we are 3 kilos down, and that is pretty much all happened in the last week, as I pretty much have held scale weight for the first 3 weeks of prep, and I've dropped 2 kilos since last Thursday. It's now Wednesday, the 1st of April. So we are, I think, 13 and a half weeks out. Time to go to the gym, time to PT some clients. I'm going to pose and do my check-in this morning, so I'll show you some BTS of that. And then the next clip that you will see after that will be me training. I'm not going to film with my clients because they don't want to talk on my camera. You also don't want to hear the chats that we have. So yeah, let's lock in. 13 and a half weeks out from the return to the stage. I haven't been on stage in 3 years, so I'm excited.
Everybody put your hands up. Let's party. Everybody bounce with me. Some champagne and burn a little. Let's party. Everybody stand up. Everybody Everybody put your hands up. Everybody bounce with me. Some champagne and burn a little green. Everybody stand up. Everybody put your hands up. Everybody bounce with me. Some champagne and burn a little. Everybody stand up. Everybody put your hands up. Everybody bounce with me. Some champagne and burn a little. Everybody stand up. Everybody put your hands up. Everybody bounce with me. Some champagne and burn a little. Everybody stand up. Everybody put your hands up. Everybody bounce with me. Some champagne and burn a little. Everybody stand up. Everybody stand up. Everybody put your hands up. Let's party. Everybody bounce with me. Some champagne and burn a little green. Everybody stand up. Everybody put your hands up. Everybody bounce with me. Some champagne and burn a little. Everybody stand up. Everybody put your hands up. Everybody bounce with me. Some champagne and burn a little. Everybody stand up. Everybody put your hands up. Everybody bounce with me. Some champagne and burn a little. Everybody stand up. Everybody put your hands up. Everybody bounce with me. Some champagne and burn a little. stand up. Everybody put your hands up. Let's party. Everybody bounce with me. Some champagne and burn a little greenery. Everybody put your hands up. Everybody bounce with me. Some champagne and burn a little. Everybody stand up. Everybody put your hands up. Everybody bounce with me. Some champagne and burn a little. Everybody put your hands up. Everybody bounce with me. Some champagne and burn a little. Everybody stand up. Everybody put your hands up. Everybody bounce with me. Some champagne and burn a little. Everybody stand up. Everybody put your hands up. Everybody bounce with me. Some champagne and burn a little. Everybody stand up. Everybody put your hands up. Everybody bounce with me. Some champagne and burn a little. Everybody stand up. Everybody stand up. Everybody put your hands up. Let's party. Everybody bounce with me. Some champagne and burn a little greenery. Everybody put your hands up. Everybody bounce with me. Some champagne and burn a little. Everybody stand up. Everybody put your hands up. Everybody bounce with me. Some champagne and burn a little. Everybody stand up. Everybody put your hands up. Everybody bounce with me. Some champagne and burn a little. Everybody stand up. Everybody put your hands up. Everybody bounce with me. Some champagne and burn a little.
We are back in the building, back at home, and back to the desk for the afternoon now. My Wednesdays are usually a little bit of a weird one in the sense of they're a little bit more of a quieter day for PT, but they're also not a day where I do a ton of admin work. Simply due to, they're a day where I typically don't do a ton of work. I get a few bits of admin done, but I don't actually do that much in terms of the actual work inside the business. A lot of it is just planning events, shoots, and maybe making some training adjustments. But I try and have a couple of afternoons a week where I'm not spending the whole day in the business responding to check-ins. So this is a good day for it because I don't have any direct check-ins that I have to do, which then means that I can actually spend time thinking, and I'm not spending all my time in the business doing this, doing that, responding to messages, adjusting training programs. So if you are someone that struggles with time management, please make sure that you give yourself some balance in terms of what you're doing at each point of the day and what you're doing in certain days of the week. Like for me, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Sundays are heavy check-in days. Then I have people check in pretty much across every other day other than a Wednesday is the only day I don't have any check-ins. So it just allows me to actually balance what I'm doing and not be always go, go, go and always in the business. Because when you're in the business, you can't grow the business. Now, session was good. And as you'll see, I posed after. Obviously, I posed this morning, you posed after. You'll see look a little bit different, I think, with a pump. I'm at the point now where, to be honest, with the drop this week, so I'm 2 kilos down from last Thursday. It is now Wednesday, so 6 days, 2 kilos, and I probably am going to get another drop into tomorrow, to be honest. So I'm absolutely flagging. But the most important thing here is that not all sessions are going to be great. We're not always going to have PBs. We're not always going to have amazing pumps. And that's part of the parcel of getting lean and getting stage ready, show ready, photo shoot ready, getting holiday ready. You're not going to be able to always be bursting full, even if you're blasting a load of androgens, even if you're using growth hormone, this, that, pre-workouts, carbs, intra-workout. There's got to be a period of time where you do get flat. In order for you to remove body fat off your body has to deplete muscle glycogen and deplete glycogen so that we then use fat as energy and as fuel. So if you don't ever get to a point of being flat, guess what? You're going to stay fat. And that's just the reality of it. Now, I'm going to eat my next meal in about 20 minutes. So I'll show you that. My meals, to be honest, as well, I'm not super anal with making sure that my meals are eaten in order. I have my pre and I have my post, always pre and post. Across the rest of the day, I don't really give a shit when I eat the meals. My first meal normally is always my first meal. And then my fourth and fifth meal, I just rotate based on convenience. My fifth meal is usually cream of rice. However, when I've got a day where I just want to just sit at the desk, I'll have that because it takes 2 minutes to make. And then my last meal is mince and rice. Meals are super simple. Things are super easy, as when you are busy and productive, simplicity is key. And simplicity is king. And also, I don't want to think about making different foods, different meals. Having to cook 5 different meats and 5 different carb sources and 5 different vegetables. I want to just be able to cook food in bulk, put it in the pan, reheat the food, and put it in my fucking gob. So, yeah, I'm going to lock in, as the kids say, now for some work for a couple of hours. And then I have got a massage, which I might actually try and take you to. I'll just record this probably just record it on my phone as a time lapse if the lady is okay with it. And I'll just pop it in as a 20-second clip of what we do in terms of the work, because she is fantastic. And if you are in the Bucks, Hertfordshire area, and you are looking for a chiropractor or osteo kind of person, message me on Instagram and I will give you her number to contact her. She doesn't have socials because she is fantastic. She doesn't need them, and all of her business is referrals, which, you know, when your business is 95% referrals, you know you've got a good business. So yeah, peace, love. I'm going to lock in. Okay, so we're back from tissue work, which I didn't film. However, that might have been one of the most brutal, and I mean brutal, tissue works I've ever had. The pain, the discomfort, my body is absolutely battered. So I'm going to leave the video for today here. However, you're in for a treat, because I'm actually going to film into tomorrow as well, as I've got some additional recovery stuff. Tomorrow's a rest day, so I'll wake up, I'll do my cardio, I'll go get my trim, and I'll film a little bit more of like what I actually get up to on a rest day, when it's just check-ins and working. And I will show you the recovery bits that I do as well. And yeah, and really need to get better at speaking to the camera, don't I? Because and it's boring as fuck, Kyle. Your tone is boring. You sound like a fucking gimp. Lighten up and loosen up. Now, for me, recovery is the most important thing. As you get busier, as you get bigger, as your recovery demands through increase through additional output, and your caloric consumption decreases to create a deficit, recovery is even more important. So for me, massage, tissue work, cupping, acupuncture, ice bath, saunas, all that stuff is important, and it's the fine details that make the difference here. The fine details of just making sure that you're doing everything you can to maximize your body's ability to recover, come back faster, come back stronger, get leaner, and not be stressed, as stress will kill your physique. I see it all the time in physiques. People push hard, thinking that pushing harder leads them to a better physique. A lot of times it doesn't, and sometimes you do need to back off, you do need to pull back to allow yourself to actually get to where you want to get to. So yeah, I'm absolutely dead. I'm absolutely very sore, and I'm struggling. So yeah, it's not looking good. And I've still got another 13 and a half weeks of this. Brilliant. What is up, YouTube? So we are back with day 2. It's Thursday the 2nd of April, and I'm going to take you through a little bit more of a day in the life. So Thursday morning is check-in day. So what I do, I wake up, I start check-ins at about 4:45, and then 4:45 until 20 past 5, just back-to-back check-ins. I then go do my cardio, and then any check-ins that I haven't responded to, I do once I've come back. So normally all check-ins are boxed off by about 7 o'clock, 7:15. And then obviously it's then just a routine of just responses, get ready, the beard gets done today, and the noggin, which since going back on cycle is growing extremely fast. So yeah, I am into my check-ins, and there's not a lot much more for me to report. I am extremely fucked today, I won't lie. I dropped a kilo overnight, so that's 2.8 kilos in a week, and I feel it. I'm feeling it. So it is now just a case of wait for JC's response. Hopefully he says either back off a little bit or he pushes me harder. I don't want to be in a position where I'm just doing the same thing. I do think he's probably going to drop food a little bit more today, just to kick things on. This condition is coming through nicely, and then he'll probably say a big feed on the weekend, which I will do. But yeah, in all honesty, your boy's feeling it today. Clenna's gone in this morning, Motsy had gone in this morning. I'm actually going to take my B vitamins as well. And this is a hack for people that are in fat loss phase. If your B vitamins are depleted, your brain function is going to be diminished, because they're super important for like neurotransmitter signaling and all that sort of stuff. So I will, if I can smell like shit. We'll pop a couple of those this morning, and the other thing I also take on an empty stomach is my BPC as well, because your boy has got a pretty inflamed gut from abusing orals in the past, and honestly probably from just eating a lack of a varied diet for so many years, that I'm pretty intolerant to a lot of things, which is not great. And once I do get out of prep, I'm honestly probably going to run through a little gut health phase reset, because I think if I am going to, whatever's going to happen after this prep, whether I continue bodybuilding or I don't continue bodybuilding, I don't know. But if I do it from a place of having better GI health, life is going to be better. Mentally, I'm probably going to feel a little bit better, and I'm also going to be able to have a little bit more variety with food that I can eat when I eat off plan or in just day-to-day life. So I'm going to get back into check-ins. Let's go. Right, we are at the barber's, so it's time to get a trim, because the bald head grows fast apparently, and the beard needs a little bit of a shape up. So I'm going to go in. I'm obviously not going to take you in with me, because I want to fucking zoom. You don't need to see my hair getting cut. So yeah, I'll come out and I'll show you with the fresh fade, and then it is time to go to a coffee shop and work for a few hours, and then I'll show you the recovery bits that I've got going on today as well. Right, that is trim done, and it is now time for us to cut to a coffee shop. Now this is literally how I spend every Thursday. I'm sure I say it every video, but every Thursday I've done all my check-ins for the day, other than a few that check in on a Thursday and they just get a message back. But the bulk of the check-ins that are online clients are responding to, just a couple of PT clients to get back to now, and then it's just a few hours working on the business, visionary vibes, as some people would call it. But no, the goal is literally just to take a step back, take a look, take a reflection on the past week, see what's gone good, see what's not gone good, and understand where in the business are we leaking leads, clients, things that we can do better. As I think it's very easy to get caught up in being happy with where you're at and being content with where you're at, but that's not why we're in business. We're in business because we like progression. We're in business because we like moving forwards. So for me now, it's going to be a case of just a little bit of reflection and a little bit of, okay, these next 2 months we're going to do this to drive the business forward. We've got something exciting which we're going to launch next month for the fellas. I'm also going to launch something sick, which I think a lot of people will enjoy, next month. And then it's just a case of just building things out, optimizing systems. And then I actually do like to kind of sign off of work at about 3 or 4 o'clock today. I'm one of those people, like 3 to 4 o'clock, pretty much 12 hours into the day. My brain function past that isn't very good. Then it's literally just hit my steps, eat my meals, and then respond to any messages that come through from clients and things of that nature. But nothing that's deep work as such. Deep work for me is pretty much now from like 9:30 to 12:30, and then I'll have a little gap, get some steps in, and then there's another block that I'll usually do from like 2 o'clock to 4, and then I'm wrapped up for the day. So yeah, that is it. Let's get cracking, and then I'm gonna pick up the camera again when I am at this recovery place I'm going to try out today. Okay, so we are back from the recovery suite, which, if anyone is in the Bucks, Hertfordshire area, this is based out of Northwood. Would actually highly recommend. They're called One Wellness on Instagram. They're pretty much by David Lloyd's in Northwood. So if you're around that area, go. But this is going to round out the end of this prep episode at 13 weeks out. I'm going to try, like I said, and get 2 videos out a week. It'll probably be like 1 midweek and then 1 towards back end of the week. I've also got a film with a videographer at least once a month. So there will be a ton of prep content coming. So if you enjoyed, like, comment, share, subscribe, send it to a friend. Let's get shredded together.